My hand froze the moment I saw my father's name on the ownership papers. He smiled, cold, fake, proud. "Just sign it, Rebecca. It's just paperwork," he said. But I knew that smile. It wasn't love. It was victory. He was trying to make me give up everything my late mother left me. Our house, her jewelry, even the little cafe I built from scratch. Before I continue, make sure you subscribe, like, and share this video if you've ever been betrayed by your own blood. Trust me, you'll want to see how this ends. I forced a smile back, pretending not to know. The bank manager, Mr. Adams, sat across the desk, unaware of the storm brewing between us. My father leaned closer, lowering his voice so only I could hear. "You owe me this, Rebecca. After all I've done for you." His words cut like glass. Done for me? He'd abandoned me when I was 19 and came back only when my cafe started doing well. The pen in my hand trembled. I looked at the papers again. Everything was there, the trap he'd built. The more I read, the more my stomach twisted. Then I remembered what I did last night. The note. The small folded piece of paper I had slipped inside the agreement file before coming here. My dad tapped his finger impatiently. "Rebecca, stop wasting time. Sign it." He thought I was still that scared, quiet girl who used to beg for his approval. But this time I wasn't weak. This time I had something he didn't know. The air grew tense. Mr. Adams opened the file to double-check the papers before I signed. Suddenly his brow furrowed. He pulled out the hidden note, the one I wrote. His voice broke the silence. "Mr. Parker, what's this?" My dad's face turned pale as Mr. Adams started reading it aloud. And in that single moment, I saw his entire plan begin to fall apart. Mr. Adams adjusted his glasses, reading every word slowly, his voice sharp enough to slice through the silence. "This note says, if my father forces me to sign under pressure, please verify ownership transfer is not voluntary." The entire room froze. My dad's jaw tightened, his fake smile vanishing instantly. "That's ridiculous," he snapped, his voice rising with panic. "She's confused. She doesn't know what she's doing." I stayed silent, watching him unravel. Inside, my heart raced so fast I could hear it echoing in my ears. Mr. Adams turned toward me, his tone suddenly firm. "Rebecca, is this true? Are you being pressured to sign these documents?" My father slammed his hand on the desk. "Don't listen to her. She's unstable. I've taken care of her since her mother died." That lie hit me like a slap. My mother's death was the day he left, not stayed. I clenched my fists under the table, but I still didn't speak. I wanted him to keep talking. I wanted him to destroy himself with his own words. Mr. Adams kept flipping through the papers. "Strange," he muttered. "These assets include her cafe, her home, and your late wife's trust fund?" He looked up sharply. "Mr. Parker, you're not legally entitled to these." My dad's confidence cracked. He stood up, sweating, his voice trembling now. "It's a family matter." "You don't understand." I finally spoke, my tone calm but cold. "You're right, Dad. He doesn't understand how a father can steal from his daughter and call it love." The manager's assistant, who had been standing nearby, gasped. People at nearby counters turned to look. My father's reputation, the one he built on charm and lies, was about to crumble right here, in the middle of the bank. Mr. Adams straightened his tie, clearing his throat. "Rebecca, I think we should pause this transaction until legal verification, and I'll be calling the compliance department." My father leaned closer, whispering harshly, "You'll regret this, Rebecca." "You think you're smarter than me?" I met his glare without blinking. "No, Dad," I said softly. "I learned from you." But as he stormed out of the bank, I didn't realize that was only the beginning, because the real secret, the one hidden deeper than that note, hadn't been discovered yet. The next morning, I woke up to chaos. My phone wouldn't stop buzzing. Messages, missed calls, voicemails. My aunt, my cousins, even my father's lawyer had tried reaching me. Something had exploded overnight, and I had no idea what. Then I saw it, an email from the bank. Subject: urgent, irregular account activity. My stomach dropped. I opened it, and there it was. Someone had tried to transfer all of my cafe's funds to an offshore account using forged authorization. The signature on it was mine. I rushed to the bank, my heart pounding. Mr. Adams was already waiting for me with a serious look on his face. "Rebecca," he said quietly, "we caught the transfer in time, but there's something you need to see." He led me into his office and showed me the security footage from last night. My father, in a suit, standing at the counter with another man, his lawyer probably, handing over fake papers, pretending to act on my behalf. I covered my mouth. He actually tried to steal everything," I whispered. Mr. Adams nodded grimly. "He even used your old ID copy. If we hadn't found that note earlier, Rebecca, everything would have been gone by now." I sat there frozen, my mind replaying every word my father had said to me the day before. "You owe me this." It all made sense now. He didn't want my forgiveness. He wanted my success. But then something clicked inside me. The way he always underestimated me. The way he believed I was too emotional, too naive to fight back. He didn't know what I had built quietly, in secret, while everyone doubted me. I looked up at Mr. Adams. "Freeze the accounts under my name." "And don't worry," I said, my voice steady for the first time. "I have proof of everything, including what he's been hiding." Mr. Adams frowned slightly. "What do you mean?" I pulled out my phone and opened a folder labeled Mom's Legacy. Dozens of scanned documents, old letters, and one video file. "He forgot one thing," I said quietly. "My mom didn't just leave me her cafe. She left me her will and his dirty secrets. But I wasn't ready to show anyone that. Not yet, because what was inside that file could ruin more than just my father's reputation. It could destroy everything he'd ever built. That night, I couldn't sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw his face. That look of control, of arrogance, the way he thought he owned me, just like he owned everything else. But not anymore. I opened my laptop and played the video my mom had left, the one she'd hidden in a USB drive behind her old photo frame. Her voice came through, shaky but clear. "Rebecca, if you're watching this, it means your father is trying to take what's yours. Don't trust him. The cafe, the assets, and the savings, they're protected under your name. But there's one more thing he doesn't know." My heart stopped. She turned the camera toward a set of documents. Bank statements, property files, a separate account, in his name, but funded through illegal transfers from my mother's inheritance. I gasped. My father hadn't just tried to steal from me. He'd been stealing from her for years. The next morning, I walked into the bank again, calm this time. Mr. Adams looked surprised. "Rebecca, I didn't expect you so soon," I smiled slightly. "I think it's time the law steps in." I handed him a flash drive. "Everything's here. Bank statements, my mom's video, proof of his forged transfers. I want this investigated officially." He nodded, taking the drive carefully. "This is serious, Rebecca. Are you sure?" "Yes," I said without hesitation. "He wanted to destroy me publicly. Let's see how he handles being exposed." That afternoon, my father came storming into the cafe, his face red with anger. "You think you're smart, don't you?" He spat. "You ruined my name!" "Do you have any idea what people are saying about me?" I looked him dead in the eye. "You did that yourself." He slammed a newspaper onto the counter. The headline read, "Local businessman accused of forgery and family fraud. Investigation underway." The customers in my cafe went silent. Everyone was watching. He clenched his fists, trying to keep his composure. "You'll regret this, Rebecca. Blood is thicker than water." I leaned closer, my voice barely above a whisper. "And truth is stronger than lies." He walked out without another word. For the first time, I didn't feel scared. I felt free. But deep down, I knew it wasn't over yet. Because the next morning, I received a message from an unknown number. And when I opened it, my heart froze. It was a picture of me at the bank, with a message below, "You exposed the wrong person." He's not the only one involved. I stared at the message, my fingers trembling. The number was unknown, But the photo, it was taken from inside the bank, which meant someone on the inside was working with my father. Someone who knew everything. For a moment, fear crept in. What if this went deeper than I thought? What if the fraud wasn't just his idea? I took a deep breath, steadied my shaking hands, and replied, "Who are you?" No response. Just those 3 dots, typing. Then they stopped. A few hours later, I went back to the bank, this time with my lawyer. Mr. Adams met us at the entrance, looking pale. "Rebecca," he whispered, "you were right. Someone helped him. One of our senior officers altered transaction records." I froze. "Who?" He hesitated, then said quietly, "My deputy, Thomas. He's been working with your father for months. But don't worry, he's in custody now. The police have everything." Relief washed over me like a wave, but before I could even react, my father appeared from the other side of the lobby, escorted by 2 officers in handcuffs. He looked broken, furious, but mostly small. "Rebecca," he shouted as they pulled him away. "You'll regret this. You ruined me." I looked him in the eye one last time. "No, Dad. You ruined yourself the day you chose greed over family." The bank fell silent. Cameras flashed as reporters swarmed around asking questions. I didn't answer any of them. I just walked out, head high, shoulders steady. Days later, when the court finally transferred full control of my mother's estate to me, I stood inside the cafe, the same place I had built with trembling hands and sleepless nights. The same place he once said would never survive a year. Now it was the heart of my success. Customers filled every seat, the aroma of fresh coffee floating through the air. I smiled softly, looking at my mom's old picture on the wall. "We did it, Mom," I whispered. "He can't hurt us anymore." Outside, news screens flashed my name, Rebecca Parker, cafe owner who exposed a family fraud empire, and for the first time in years, I felt peace, because the truth wasn't just my revenge, it was my freedom. And that note I hid in the bank? It didn't just save my money, it saved me. If you believe karma never misses its turn, share this story. Justice always finds its way.